high demand here. People where people they won't give you that kind of land.
But guess what? But what kind of plot you might gain by having a bank behind you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, when they do though, and they'll give you lots for free if you build on those lots what they want. So sometimes they want storage facilities and they don't have enough storage facilities, and they'll give you the lot for free to build the storage facility. Sometimes they need
A park or something.
apartments or something like that built on these properties, and they'll give you these properties for free. So it's all working with the cities and networking with the cities and getting these lots and working with the bank, like you said. If you have the bank, that kind of bank, and she has that kind of, she can has that kind of leverage and be able to.
Because now you're going into talking to these people because you got the funding behind you. And so things could change. You get what I'm saying?
Things can change, exactly. So here goes the thing. They're not going to give you the lot unless you do have a funding and you're able to put that apartment, because that's the contract that you're going to have with the city. Hey, we'll give you this lot, but if you build this apartment, but the beauty about it is you build the apartment, you get it up, you get it going, and mama, you get it filled up. You don't even got to fill it up, mama. Mama, you could sell that property and make $2 million, just $1.5 million. Depends where it's at, just off the lot alone. And you could turn around and sell that with the apartment built on it to an investment group. What's her name will know what I'm talking about.
Right. Because that's the whole goal of her getting us all this funding. I don't want you to think that once your business credit is set up, just imagine, and I'm gonna send you the ebook. I wrote a book like 5 years ago, and the reason why the business didn't take off was that, just say I met an average business person like you. Maybe you got a contract, and when I start looking into your affairs, you ain't been putting the money in the bank accounts, you ain't been keeping good records and things like that. So her goal is to make sure that's what it is, that you do qualify. There is not going to be no question. You're going to know that you have a qualified portfolio to bring forward to the to the table when she put you in her system to get you approved. Huh?
Oh, you wrote this book, you're saying?
Yeah. So what I did was, I was a ghostwriter. I was working with the company, and then I bought into a white label program dealing with business credit. And so me and the guy that did the book, he ended up passing away, and I just ran. I never was able to get enough momentum behind me before life happened, and he passed away and things happen. But the validity of what's inside the book is still valid. So the book I'll send to you. You on WhatsApp?
Yes, I am on WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll just drop it in there so you can at least learn about business credit, and that's what it requires for you to have your portfolio, and then she could submit you. That's why she said, "Oh, tell him if he need money for his business, I can get him a minimum 150 in 5 days, just to have." And most companies, they don't set themselves up appropriately so that when you're ready to grow, do you have access to credit? Do you have trade lines? People only go try to get money when they're in the beginning of a company. They're not gonna give it to you like that. You gotta build up your I say you gotta look sexy on paperwork. Your paperwork gotta be right at the right times. And most people, they don't have time to do the due diligence necessary, and then they're in a pinch. And the bank ain't gonna give you no money if they can't find a website, if you don't have a real address, if you don't have a public number that they can call 411. It's just little things like that that the banks look at. So I'll send you that so you can learn about business credit. But your business, and in as many businesses as you want, can build business credit and get these trade lines, and they keep coming. You'll be able to go into a portal and say, "Oh my God, I need $50,000," and you'll find one of the vendors in there and you will apply. But all your paperwork is in order because it's already in the portal. So you don't have to run around. You might have to get that, up to date bank account statements or something. But for the most part, your portfolio has been built for you to be able to gain access to funding. And so think about now, even if you got personal credit cards that you paying interest on, and you now get this funding where you get a $20,000 or $30,000 Discover card with no interest. It would be in your best interest to transfer to pay off your credit cards that you're paying interest on to the no interest one and just transfer that payment over. And then now you can pay your debt down faster.
Mm.
But we have the power to have two very distinct credit profiles and as many business profiles as you have businesses that you can maintain the records and do what you have to do to look good on paper. So I know for a fact that once you talk with her, you're going to get it because you already a businessman. You already know how to read contracts, do your due diligence. But I think that this is something big. It would just make sense. And if it's not you, then maybe find somebody else that we could give that money to who would want to take on a community project like this. But I just think that Joshua, he could be the person that go out and talk to the people in the neighborhood, maybe even put a community garden on one of the lots so that people can start learning gardening or something like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that'll be a place where the kids can go after school and stuff like that and learn how to because you even probably already got that in your background. You know how to take care of the soil and stuff like that for what you're doing. And so imagine having a community garden and people can buy their own little plot on the garden, and one of them they can rent their little area to plant their little cucumbers or whatever for their family and stuff like that. And so that in itself, a community garden could be created, and then the people can learn how to garden and pay for their little piece of land there at the community garden.
You're right. A community garden would be nice.
Right.
A community garden. That's yeah. We got. I got. That's what we got to talk to the banker about, Angela. Oh, you got to talk to her about all these things and see what she thinks. So my question is how do you get a credit? How do you get a loan for $250,000 without a credit check? What's that all about?
That's because it's going under your business credit. It's going under the business. That's different.
Oh,
Yes, there's a difference between personal funding and business funding. Right. So her goal is okay, the banks need these 20 and 20 things, and you'll learn about it in the book. The bank may say you need a website, you need a phone number. They have to be able to call 411. So you learn how to get your number up on 411. They may say you need 3 months of bank statements. So they call it the 20-point check. So as long as you got these 20 points or 20, things surrounding your credit, as long as you have that, then you can go into the portal and apply for a credit card, lines of credit, student loans, loans or whatever. And they and your profile is already built that you credible. So you ain't gonna be like blind people who just go apply for credit and you don't know what your credit score is. And you keep getting denied and you keep applying for credit instead of looking at your credit to see why you being denied, you know? And that's what people do, but you're gonna know because her goal is to get you funded. She makes money when you get funded.
I see.
So why waste time putting people in a system that you know that they don't have a website? And that's a big no-no to the bank. See, nobody was ever teaching us how to get funded. People think, well, I'm gonna just set up a bank. It will make sense that if you've been going to a bank, you've been living at, going to Bank of America your whole life, and you've been putting money in there, and it just makes sense. Now you got a long, you got an idea you want to get it funded, and the bank turn you down. Why? Because your paperwork wasn't right. But they don't ever tell you why. They just say no. We don't we right. And then you walk away, keep applying, and you don't know that all you needed was a website, maybe. You get what I'm saying? Or you happen to have your business because you work from home, you happen to have a home address instead of getting a virtual office that look like a, when they look it up, it show that you rent a virtual office. Not gonna say virtual office, but the address will come up a real corporate address. So it could be little things like that that prevents people, but nobody ever tells them why.
I see.
So she ain't gonna waste her time putting somebody in the system when she know you need a phone number. A business. Right. Right. That's how it is. Nobody tells us why. My credit is not there.
Mountains sing songs, kings dream long. In simple acts is when the scene forms. I improv to improve and involve the been throughs through them falls and them fools, brick walls and venues. Symbols for symbols to continue. It was written in God, don't use pencils. Dimension and extensions of a man. Intention of divine intervention and a plan. Remnants when I ran footprints in the sand. The son of man gave me a tan. That's who I am. Emphatical, radical, mathematical, travel, capitalist, actual fact. It's got practical. I need pain to make the day cry. It take practice. Somebody tell AI. Every day I pray I stay my course. Hoping my actions obey my thoughts.
Take some practice. Take some practice. I've had people, to be honest with you, this one good lady had a cleaning company. Looking out my life, my sight, in the fast lane. It's a race. Give me time, changing pathways. Take some practice. Take some practice. Cash check in place.
Oh yeah. That costs a lot of money to do that, don't it?
It does. Instead of just depositing it into a bank account, so then she had no records. She said, well, I got the stubs. That doesn't matter. They want to see that you put the money in your bank account. So now she got a contract and she can't get the money to take the contract because she was cashing her check at a local.
I think that's really nice.
Huh?
Yeah, any submission till it's over, I'm on you for real. Appreciate it to this day, and I'm showing you still. Mind you, that brand new, you feel me controlling the wheel. Been separated for a while, but it's never goodbye. Cause this look in your eye to see a better me. A nigga like you like feel that on the real girl when you feel that. Feel so when you sit me that you like pull up over.
So, man, wow, what day would be better for you, Tuesday or Wednesday? Okay, I'll text her and let her know. And in the meantime, I'm going to send you the book, okay?
No, it's all right. Damn, I hope you feel better. Yeah. Yeah, Mama. Okay, Mama. I'm gonna call you right back, Mama.
Okay, no problem.
I'm just in the middle of something over here with the wife and the next door neighbor.
I get it. Call me back. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.